again. I have decided, sorry for the bad lighting. Hello again. I have, figured out that even if I turn my phone this way, the YouTube thingy is still going to be like this because obviously I'm recording on a phone. With my bad memory, I have forgot to ask my dad to put the camera, microchip thing in. Look at my hoodie. I'm not wearing my watch. Ew, man, looks fat like that. I promise you it's not the fattest. Can do that halfway up. I feel like I probably did gain weight though. I've been stuck in a binge cycle. I want green tea. I haven't been drinking any green tea lately. I miss it. It's really good. I've been watching Stranger Things. Season 4, volume 2. I just finished volume 2, episode 8, and I just started episode 9. It was so good. I was actually just about to... I can't breathe. I was just about to, do the, ice bowl thing again. I did it, 2 hours ago, so I'm gonna do it again. The bowl was still here on the floor with water, because I never picked it up because I knew I was gonna come back later. I want to have a bowl big enough that I can fill it up with water and my ears can go under and I can play The Neighborhood or just music in the background so I can see if those Radiohead Creep but you're drowning or whatever is accurate. It's sugar. Where's the scissors? Oh. They're right here. So right now I'm deeply hyperfixated on aliens and the TV show Resident Alien. Even though it's a TV show, I watch it on my computer on a website called freemoviesfool.com. But anyways, I've been watching that over and over and over for a couple weeks, but yesterday I found out there was a season 2. So I watched it all in one day. There's there's a couple more episodes still coming, and up to the website it says that they're going to be coming today, so I'm going to believe that. Did say they were going to be coming yesterday, but they didn't, so I'm just going to wait till today. But hopefully it does come because I'm freaking out and I don't want to have to rewatch it again. I want to rewatch it again so deeply. But if it's going to be posted within a few hours, I have a feeling I want to be able to watch it, because if I watch all of season 1 and all of season 2, the rest of season 2 is going to be posted before I finish again. Season 1 usually takes me about a day to watch, a day or 2 days to watch. And season 2, up to episode 8, I think. Not episode. I think there was 5 or 6 episodes. Four, 5, or 6 episodes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and that took me a day to watch too. Alright, so if I were to rewatch it all again, then I would not be able to see the new episodes, and I'm desperate to watch them. The cat, honey, is drinking water. Can I get the ice, please? I'm gonna show you something. Man bun. Ow. I forgot how much ponytails hurt. Ow. I look like a toddler. Let's not do that again. You know, I actually love my face shape. I am Polish, German, Scottish, Irish, and Hungarian from both my mom and dad's side. My mom's side, I'm Polish, German, and Scottish. She says a little bit Irish too, but like it's probably like 0.1%. But on my dad's side, I'm Irish and Hungarian. So I mean, it still counts. I'm still Irish, even if it comes from my mom's side, because I'm still Irish on my dad's side. So like, it makes sense. And probably sounds weird. I'm gonna go. My cat has a zoomies. I'm gonna get the ice from the freezer because the current ice thing is empty. I hate doing things in front of other people. I have a huge fear of being watched, and outside of that, I feel watched by 2 people from Stranger Things. So I think I'm crazy, and I probably am, and I believe that, and that's probably very true. I'm gonna stop talking until I can actually talk, which will take 5 seconds. It's full of ice. Now water. I'm too lazy to edit because the light motion is... I have a light motion pro, but it's like still kind of like lazy when it comes to videos. I don't know why, but like I have an Android, by the way, so I'm gonna get judged the fuck out of if someone is listening, because everyone hates people with Androids, but they can't really come to accept that they actually have pretty good features too, you know? I feel like Samsung has a lot of the good features. Samsung has a really, really good camera system. I don't have a Samsung, my mom does. So I take really good moon pictures on my mom's phone. Like they come out like, so you can zoom in all the way and it will like go black. Background will be black, so like it went all the way to space. And you can see every crater. It's amazing. But since I'm too lazy to edit, I'm not gonna show you because, I mean, you could probably like look it up on my Twitter or something. That right now is Vecna Apologist. But it'll probably be changed because I am being stalked and cancelled. I currently have 2 threads on me because I'm such a horrible person, and that is not really sarcastic because I am. So you're watching, if there's a chance, if anyone is watching this, you are watching a cancelled freak who has been called bipolar and a narcissist and psycho and crazy and manipulative my whole life, so I can't really deny it. But a lot of things are honestly taken out of context or are straight up a lie. Doesn't really matter. I know I'm a bad person and I want to become a better person. I want to move on. I want to change my whole identity, my whole personality, my whole, what's it called? My whole, what I look like. I want to move because I just want to go far away, and I want to get away from my past. I want to get away from everything. Okay, I'm getting stressed. What time is it? Oh fuck, I can't see. 5 a.m. Okay. Fuck you, spelling. that feels good. It's Honey. You haven't met Honey. This is Baby's biological brother. I've had them since October 18th, 2019. They are 4 years old. They were born March 18th, 2019. I got them like 6 months or something. And they were the only cats that like I actually got from someone else. I have 5 cats and those are 2, so 5, 4, 3. All my other 3 cats were off the street. A lot of my cats that I've ever like gotten are off the street because my mom's a cat rescuer. Or used to be. But yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That's really cool. I'd rather get cats for free than off the streets and make them healthy and happy than have to spend $2,000 that I don't even have for a cat that will probably die within 3 years. Because I'm very sensitive. You know, I could watch the most brutal gore of specifically a guy's skin being ripped off. You can see his heartbeat and his stomach pouch every time he breathes, and you can hear him screaming in pain. I could watch that and be like, interesting. But one of those stupid TikTok animated comic like things that that you swipe with, I'll cry at. True story, by the way. True story for both, actually. I've watched both of those multiple times, different occasions. I saw a video where the actual person like had like everything ripped out like on their heart, and you could see the heart beating, and you can see a bone too. It was like broken. Oh my god, that must have hurt so much. I do not want to die a painful death, because no one's allowed to touch me, or else I will brutally murder them and I will torture them, and well, depending on if I'm dead or alive, I will rip their body parts. I will rip their limbs off and hang their bones on my wall. And if I'm dead, I will personally come back. Well, what I believe is that when you're dead, you go to the spirit realm and get greeted with a bunch of spirit team workers and work through your problems and stuff, and that you can see not see other spirits, but like feel them off their vibrational level. And actually, I'm taking this information from actual psychic mediums, so I trust them, I guess. I'm very gullible, like extremely gullible, so I'll hear a psychic medium say something and I'll believe it, but I don't really have much of a choice. I trust their spirit guides more than my brain. I haven't even met my spirit guides because I can't visualize, so I can't do those guided meditations because they always want you to visualize. So there's this one YouTuber, her name is Nadi. I forget her YouTube name, but her Instagram is like, oh my god, Be Your Naughty Girl or something. She's gorgeous. I watch her videos all the time. In one of her recent videos, I even got her ebook too. I bought her ebook about ancestral connection and stuff. So I'm gonna work on that and stuff, so that way I can do that, you know? Because I literally, right now, I definitely, strongly agree that I could definitely be in contact with them right now, because my life is kind of going crazy. My spiritual journey has gone downhill probably this past like 2 weeks, and I'm actually kind of too scared to even go to the tree that I would meditate at, or too scared to skate. Well, mostly because my left foot hurts from the pushing of the skateboard. Too scared to go on a walk and go to the playground and sit on the swing and listen to music because, well, one, I'm a paranoid person. Two, I've literally been told by my ex-abuser and my ex in real life friends who decided to come back after 5 years and harass me that they would beat me up, so yeah. Plus I get those psychic thoughts on TikTok, and I don't listen to them most of the time because some of these are literally just 14-year-old girls who probably just want attention, but some of them like actually do resonate, and I do know that your spirit guides literally can like give you signs through TikTok and stuff. So sometimes if I see something that does resonate, I will genuinely believe it. And some of them were like, don't go on that, don't trust this initial, and guess what? I trusted that initial. Well, I didn't completely trust that initial, but I still got myself hurt. And there's another one like, don't go go on that trail anymore, which I'm not going to. Something like that. But then there's sometimes there's one like you're being watched, you're being stalked, and just like, oh my god, that triggers my paranoia so bad. I have horrible paranoia. It's so terrible. I hallucinate things a lot. And I get really paranoid. Sometimes I'll like see things or shadows, and I feel watched all the time. But when I'm paranoid, it's more of like an intense feeling of being watched. Like, instead of being watched by like a random spirit or a character, more like a demonic entity that is going to have giant claws and just like drag me. You know, like the first like 5 minutes into the movie It, where the clown, whatever its name is, if it's It, I'm pretty stupid, where he drags Georgie and bites off his limbs and stuff. I only watched up to that because it triggered my paranoia so badly, but that is stuck in my paranoia. And like 3 or 4 years ago, something seriously grabbed my foot from under my bed. I felt it, and that's been a huge trigger for me. So that scene reminded me of that, and now I'm like, and so it added on to my paranoia. And I have boxes that cover the ends of my beds and ends of my bed. But if I still get paranoid that something by the back of my bed or the bottom of my bed is gonna just grab me or something. Talking about it makes it worse. Great. Fuck you. How dare you spill onto me like that? I'm gonna murder your whole family. The bowl of watchers. I'm kind of stupid. Oh my god, you're kidding me. I'm going to, because YouTube. And I can't say some things, and I don't always like to acknowledge that. I really don't care, but like at the same time I care because I really want someone to, wow, already 19 minutes in, to acknowledge that maybe I'm more than just a freak. But I'm proud. Everything I'm saying probably just makes me sound even more like a freak. Oh well. My birthday is January 31st. So I am an Aquarius. Not gonna share the date that I was born because maybe if was a chance of me getting famous, I don't want to like get canceled for not being as old as like Dream or whatever. I'm a minor. I am over 13. I'm under 17. Um, what was I saying? My memory sucks, and I swear it keeps getting worse. I have to like straight up write things down, or else I'll forget it. And sometimes I even forget to write things down, or go back to the things that I've written down, and then it's just a lost memory forever. ADHD sucks. Honestly, and for the first 5 years after my diagnosis, my mom completely invalidated the fact that I had it, even though my brothers have it. They're all like 21. It's 2022. I think he's like 22. Yeah, 22 and 25, 29, and like 32 or something. Yeah, I have 3 brothers, 1 sister. 2 of my brothers have ADHD, and one of them also has ODD. And as a child, I showed so many symptoms, especially with vocal stems. I got so bullied by my whole family and everyone else by my vocal stems. So I started to mask it, and I guess that kind of explains why my mom didn't believe me, I guess. Because maybe it was just a stupid childhood thing, because children are weird. I don't know. I still do a lot. Lately, I've been trying my best to unmask, and I'm still making those weird vocal stems. But I don't know, it doesn't matter. You know how easy it would be for me to drown myself? My mom kind of is very manipulative when it comes to the topic of suicide. What's that sound? It's probably the TV. Oh, my phone's right there. I hate it here. I want to escape this world. It's so toxic. Yesterday I stayed up till 9 a.m. because I was so paranoid and anxious. Like, I was so anxious, I could feel it everywhere, and I just wanted to die. It felt horrible. That's not new, but just terrible. Cats are dickheads to each other. In this household, the biggest is mean to the smaller, then the smaller is mean to the smaller, then the smaller is meaner to the smaller, and then the smaller is the target of everyone. Oh my god. Well, meet Strawberry, one of the smaller ones. That's the biggest one. His brother is the smaller, and Baby is the smaller. Cookie is the smaller. Well, actually, Cookie's smaller than Baby, but no, Cookie's bigger than Baby, but Baby is Honey's biological brother, so they're more destined to fight, I guess. And then Cookie and Baby attack Strawberry, this next to the, and then she's a smaller. And then everyone all gangs up on her. They all gang up on each other. And then everyone attacks Sugar, the smallest, and she's quite literally the smallest, and we think youngest too. Hi, Barry. Don't drink from that. I love you, but don't drink from that. She's purring. Ignore my foot. Let's not drink from that, baby. Come on. My face was... You can go fuck yourself. She constantly switches around, and I can't blame her because the guys here make her miserable. And then the guys, they act innocent. Shh, don't you dare. I played baseball, and they know I can throw. I miss baseball. Think about your choices. I'm watching you. You know, I send like voice messages and snaps of me talking to my friends, and I talk straight for like 30 to 45 minutes until I realize I've been talking for 30 to 45 minutes. And they usually don't listen to me, which is why I'd come on to YouTube. But now that I'm on YouTube, I feel like I can't talk because I just can't think of what to say. I don't really know. I hate old men. Old men, or just cisgender straight teenage boys in their 16s to age up, and Omegle, and Yubo, and Kick for a 9-year-old little girl who is bisexual is not a great mix. Let's just say that. Funny how I've turned out to be a gay male. Turned into the gender that I've been traumatized by. That's awesome. Honestly, I think for some reason I'm questioning omnisexual, but like I just don't see myself with a girl. And she's back shopping. Like I don't see myself with a girl. I'm playing with the ice. Cold hand. I'm so touch-starved. Honestly, I try my best to not stew in front of other people, specifically camera. In general, I guess. And tick. I'm bad at, what's it called? I'm bad at not losing focus and not losing concentration and not like going off topic and not I don't even know. Okay, I think I'm done. I don't really want to stop. But it's just for the better. I don't know. Just don't. The right glasses. Ow. So who wants to know what happened this week with my old, I mean, technically they still are, but like, I'm an antisocial freak with my IRLs. So recently they decided to follow me. Well, actually, started a couple weeks ago. My ex-abuser guess gotten a new phone, and she's been obsessively remembering my phone number for these past 3 years. She messaged me with a weird meme and said, "Hey, queer," and I was like, "Who are you?" And she just like wouldn't tell me at all. And then out of nowhere, like later on, she pulled up my address and my dead name and started calling me a girl. She started calling me slurs. Like every slur in the book. She has said every slur in the book. N slur, F slur, T slur, R slur, a lot. Other slurs. Every slur in the book. What was I saying? And she started calling me a bunch of slurs, and I was just like, who was this? And I do have one of my old school, not so friends, but we were schoolmates, and I had her Instagram and stuff, so I was like, hey, do you recognize this number? And she was like, later on, she was like, yeah, but it just says in my phone number, kid from school, and I was just like, okay, that's 100% Ava. I was questioning if it was her the whole time, and it was real, so I blocked her and put her in her place, I guess. Anyways, couple days, weeks later, my old literal best friends from like 4-ish years ago followed me on TikTok, Emma and Veronica. I'm not gonna hide their names because there's no reason to, because like it's not like you can actually find out who they are unless I like put specifics or whatever, but it doesn't really matter. They followed me and I was like, because I was missing them, because I missed being friends with them, because I don't have any in real life friends, so I was like, maybe this is my chance to get actual friends. And I was like, okay, so what did Ava say to you? I know she's talking about me, so like, what did she say to you? Where did you get my TikTok? And I think they just said, I forget, something about being on the For You page maybe. And that was like it. But then, so actually at first it was Emma, and then Veronica followed me again. And I was like, what do you want? Just leave me alone, because I know you're associated with Ava. And then I blocked her, and Eva gave her my phone number, I guess, because she didn't know at first if she was if she was positive it was about Ava or not. So she talked to Ava, I guess, and Ava gave her my phone number, and then we were chill. We were about to be friends, and then she was like, "Oh wait, I'm friends with your ex-best friend Emma, so sorry we can't be friends." And I was like, "It's whatever, I guess. It doesn't matter." And then it was like 3 days ago, this girl that has no followers, no posts, and only follows me, followed me. And I was like, who are you? And I was like, is this Ava? I'm pretty sure Ava. Like, why else would you be following me? Like, who are you? I'm like, no, I'm not Ava. I'm a 14-year-old girl. And she was like, interested about Ava. Like, what did she do to you? And I explained, oh, she sexual assaulted me, did this, physically abusive, manipulative, etc. And she's like, okay, well, give me her socials or whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but I gave her full name so she could look it up, because Ava literally uses her full name. It's kind of stupid. She found some stuff, like she found some stuff, and she was like, "Is this her?" And I was like, yeah. And then I did give her active phone number and active Facebook and stuff. I don't know what she did with it, but she was like, "Oh, by the way, if offered for like one of her posts, I recognize that house." And then she started talking about the specific park near me and how she walks by that house sometimes, and I was like, oh cool, I live on this street. Not my specific address, but I guess she knows it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, oh, that's cool. And then later on I was like, oh, maybe I'm actually going to this park right now, and I honestly wouldn't mind having any real life friends because I don't have any. And she's like, sure, cool. And then I waited there for like an hour and she didn't show up, so I went home by the time that I was supposed to be home, because, you know, I'm not the best person and not the best kid, but I'm not interested in getting in trouble for staying out too late, you know? And then she was just like, oh, I didn't see you. And the next day I was like, she was like, oh, what about this other park that's like an hour away or whatever? And I was like, no. And I was like, okay, what about this park that's like at my old school? And she was like, maybe. But anyway, she was like, okay, well, how do I not know you're an old man? And I was like, one, my Instagram account has like little pictures of my face, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I sent her a video of my face because I was like thinking on it. I was like, I'm not. And I sent it. She was like, okay, good. And then she was like, okay, this is me. It was a weird picture of a girl, and honestly, at this point, I think it's maybe one of her friends, whatever. But she didn't like too, and was like, cool. And then out of nowhere, she pulled out like a picture of me from 2 years ago before I even transitioned, and I was like, Ava, you are Ava. I spam called her and stuff, but she didn't add me, flyer or anything. Then she added me to this group chat with like 3 other people, and they were just like harassing me. One of them used a voice thing, and I found out, and I was like, oh, that's Emma. And then I left, so I spammed a bunch of gore and told them to, I spammed a bunch of gore, and then I left, blocked the OG account of the 14-year-old girl. And then I messaged Veronica's phone number, and I was like, what's your deal with me? Blocked her. Then I went on TikTok, messaged Emma, what is your problem with me? Like, what did I do? Go kill yourself. And then I blocked her. And then suddenly this account called Kai, I didn't do anything, .Emma was like the username, something like that. And she was like, made like 3 videos like, Kai, what did I do? And then the second one was like, Kai, I didn't do anything. Why did you tell me to kill myself? And then I was like, I'm dead serious. I didn't do anything. And then suddenly, Veronica's a TikTok account that I forgot to block, I guess, messaged me, and she was like, what did I do? And I was like, okay, I guess it was a mistake or something. Because I replied to Emma on that account. Like, it turned out, I was like, okay, maybe it was a mistake. I'm sorry. Let's be cool again, because I wouldn't mind having any friends, actually. And then suddenly she's like, okay, well, Vanessa, one of your old friends for like forever, wants to know why you sent her nudes 4 years ago. And I was like, what? So the actual story was like 4 years ago. It was like lunchtime at school, and she was like, send me pic. And I was like, are you serious? And she was like, yes. I kept asking. She was like, serious. Later on, it was like 6 p.m. and we were talking through Snap, and she was like, send it. And I was like, are you sure? Are you serious? And she was like, yes. And then like I did, because she was my best friend, and I guess it's something I do, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And she was like, and then after I did, she was like, I wasn't really serious. And then she was like, but damn. Like, that was her, like, little face. Something like that. And I was like, whatever. Stop being friends, like, later on, because something else, but I was like, you told me to, and you said you were serious. And then she started arguing with me. She was telling me she threatened to beat me up, and I was just like, oh my god, you are a liar. And then suddenly Emma comes onto the account, and then they were all like ganging up on me. And then suddenly they admitted, oh yeah, that basically was me. But at the same time, she was like, but why would I do that? I know what it feels like to be annoyed. But at the same time, you're saying it was you. Like, what are you talking about? So then they called me saying, oh, I'm romanticizing mental illnesses and stuff like that. And at that point, I was just, no. And I just left. And then later on, I tried to message. I unblocked Veronica's number and was like, okay, I'm sorry I got angry at you. And I tried to explain, well, it felt like you were all ganging up on me. I'm not good in situations like that. And she was like, okay, it's fine. I admit I was wrong. And stuff. And then suddenly she sent the picture again and was just being mean, so I blocked her. Then I realized the Kai didn't do anything account messaged me earlier, and I replied back saying, are you kidding me? Something like that. And they're just being mean, so I blocked them. But anyways, I have this like alt TikTok account where I went to stalk them, and they posted a TikTok saying, you, Vanessa, and Emma need to stop talking about her. And then I looked in the comments, and you're like, something like, on my main TikTok account, my bio was like, witchcraft, paganism, spirituality, and reality shifting. So it's obvious it was about me, because they were like, never gonna stop until I get hexed or something. So it's like, obviously it's about me. One of them was trans. Emma was trans at one point for like 2 months or something. I don't know, but I don't know why they hate me. We had drama like 5 years ago. I don't know why they're holding on to it. Like, that's the biggest pussy move. But anyways, so the original exposed it on me from like a couple months ago, that still exists, by the way, because this dude is stalking me and looking for everything he can to continue adding to it to prove I'm a bad person. It has like 1,000 likes. It's stupid. It's horribly put together, and I don't know, but I don't know. Anyways, I noticed he was following them and they were following him. On that Kai didn't do anything account, because apparently he came across those videos, and I was on my in real life side, like, you weren't there. They were harassing me for hours. I have every right to tell them to kill themselves. And he's on their side or something. And then there was a thread made on me the other day calling me manipulative, and they turned the whole story around and just made me seem like the bad person. He somehow stumbled across that. Like, he's actively looking for stuff on me. It's so weird. And he's like 3 years older than me too. That's weird. Really weird. And yeah. Yeah, I'm so stressed about it, because like, it feels like the whole world is against me right now. I just feel like everyone hates me, and I feel like I am the most misunderstood person on this planet. I swear to you. I just want to change my whole identity and everything about me and move away. Because I'm trying to become a better person. I'm trying to move on in life and I'm trying to get away from like my past self from like 5 years ago. My pre-transition self. And then Emma, Veronica, and Vanessa come back into my life and they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's driving me crazy. And then I want to become a better person. I want to move on in life, and they're just obsessed with me. And I feel trapped and feel alone. And now here I am at 5:36 in the morning, 45 minutes into a YouTube video venting. I have a little bit of ice left. Oh, honestly, the ice bowl seriously like gets rid of a bunch of anxiety and stress. She still has the zoomies. 45 minutes later. Okay. Ow. I definitely recommend that. It helps. It's rolling. The can, I knocked it over with my foot and then it rolled from here to here. Boo. Honestly, I get along much better with people a couple years older than me because people my age are so stupid. They suck. And honestly, maybe I'm just like, I've been told by people a lot older than me that I am mature for my age, and they have acknowledged that that doesn't always mean good, and which definitely does help me feel a bit validated because I got on the internet, I think when I was like 5 or 6 years old. Not a good place for a child. My parents were checking my stuff, so that like made me become sneaky. So, which is even worse because they like didn't really exactly know, because them checking made me even more sneaky, I guess. So I got good at hiding things and stuff, and got into a lot of things that I shouldn't have. I don't know how those like 20-something-year-olds could look at like 7, 8, 9-year-old me who was saying I was 18 and say, oh yeah, that's definitely an 18-year-old. Or maybe they weren't and they just knew they were wrong for it and they were just H-word and didn't care that they were manipulating a child into sending them stuff. Okay, so actually, I watched season 4, volume 2, episode 8, like episode 8 in general of season 4 of Stranger Things, and that one scene with the helicopter that I was just like, I need to do that. I deeply just need to go deep into a forest and just scream my heart out that like makes everything around me explode. I would feel so much better. I need to do that one day. It would let out so much anger instead of me sending rage paragraphs and losing a friend out of nowhere because one little small change in mood made me very upset. There's a bird outside that sounds like a door. Thought I was about to get yelled at. Because that's a normal thing in this household. Sometimes I want to let my intrusive thoughts win. So badly. It is much more harder to hold your breath under cold water than warm water. I can't breathe. I hope I yawn soon because I can't breathe. You know, yawns are not always just because you're tired, but it's also because you can't breathe. It's that super uncomfortable feeling when like you have all the room to breathe, but it just feels weird, like you need to breathe more. It's weird and uncomfy. I have so much locked up, and I kind of refuse to believe that sometimes. I'm kind of tired of being the therapist friend. I'm always the one that puts the actual effort into friendships. No one ever asks me, hey, how are you? Are you okay? And if I say, oh yeah, I'm fine, like, oh, And if I say, yeah, it's been alright, or it could have been better, or it's okay, whatever. Like, okay, whatever. But they say it's been decent, it could have been better, whatever. I'm like, what's wrong? Is there anything I can do to help you? What went wrong? I hope you have a better day tomorrow. It's actually why, I'm so glad reality shifting exists. So I can get the comfort and that reality from comfort characters that I don't get in this reality. So that's usually why I script I'm mentally the same. So I can cry to them about my problems and be validated for it. Instead of talking to a YouTube channel and 20 spirits who linger around and happen to hear me. What's this? Vinegar. Okay. I miss Resident Alien so badly. Literally as soon as the newest episode or episodes come out, I am going to watch it. And then I'm going to rewatch it from the start up to the newest again. And continue doing that. The actual, in my opinion, I think the actual, beginning of the show, the acting is a little bit weird, especially the scene with Max running off. That's it's kind of weirdly put. Kind of looks very fake, but it definitely does get a lot better, and in general I love it. Honestly, I think it's a little slow at the beginning, and I actually can't believe I actually pulled through to watch it because I'm really bad at slow beginnings, but it was really interesting really quickly to me, honestly. So I'm glad I watched it because it's my new hyperfixation. I don't have any actual interests, only hyperfixations. Or I'll get an interest and then it only turns into a hyperfixation. And then it becomes the happiest part of my life, and then suddenly it disappears, and then I'm left with nothing. That happened with my Dream SMP hyperfixation. I was hyperfixated on the Dream SMP from early 2020 or something to August-ish 2021, and after that I was left with nothing because I dedicated my whole life to watching streams. I always had a stream open. I went to the bathroom with my stuff. Sometimes I either skipped classes to watch streams, or I had a stream on next to my school computer or in the background in general. I fell asleep to streams. I watched streams 24/7, even if I was doing chores. I had a stream on. Even if I was watching a movie, I had a stream on. I had a stream on every second. I either slept to streams all the time or never slept and just watched streams. I was on a stream 24/7. I was so active on the Twitter community. MCYT, Twitter, and it was the happiest time of my life. And then when it ended, I was left with nothing because I have no actual interests, and that was my only or biggest hyperfixation at the time. It's I was so empty, and I can't lie, I'm still pretty empty because I dedicated all my time to it, pretty much. I'm still kind of empty from it, and I honestly miss it because they actually gave me something to do. Because I was always busy, always watching someone, and it was a lot, but so I can't lie, I'm still kind of empty from it, but it's not as bad as I was, I guess. Almost all my ice is melted. I'm gonna take advantage of this. so much. I haven't actually watched my video from yesterday to see like what the lighting and how bad the lighting quality and audio was, so forgive me if it's terrible. I guess I don't really expect anyone to actually watch my videos anyways, because no one wants to watch an hour-long video of me talking. I'm gonna go, I guess, so. Bye, and I'm sorry that I can't have it turned this way, because I know how horrible it is to have to watch a YouTube video like this. Especially on a computer, that's like horrible. Anyways, じゃあね。日本語。じゃあねよ。じゃあねよ。わからない。わからない。じゃあね。おじゃあ。じゃあ。I forget. What is it? じゃあねよ。おじゃあね。I think it's actually both though. じゃあね。じゃあね。